Welcome to another episode of Overseas Students Australia. I've got someone very special here today with me who's not just an international student but also a very popular content creator who lives in Perth. Pratham, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, hi everyone, how are you doing? So I'm very glad to it feels when I was in India, I was watching his videos, and not just me, my whole my sister and my girlfriend was watching his videos, and they used to send me your videos. Okay, so I was like, okay, this guy is very gives us very good information, and not just as an influencer friend, as like a student seeking information. Your content was solid, man, not gonna lie. And now sitting here with you feels like, oh, okay, I have done something though.
Yeah.
So glad to be with you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate your kind words, and I'm really glad to have you here as well. Pratham is visiting here us from Perth, and the purpose of this video is basically understanding the cost of living for international students. We're going to compare between Melbourne and Perth. Obviously, I live in Melbourne, so I can talk more about Melbourne, and Pratham lives in Perth. So he'll talk about Perth.
In Perth.
So we'll talk about different categories. So we'll start off with our first category. That will be accommodation.
100%.
So I'll get Pratham to talk about how much it costs roughly on an average for an international student to live in Perth. So Pratham.
Okay, so personally for me, I've come here alone. No, sorry, I've come here with my girlfriend as being two. So we are currently for a single room in a shared accommodation will cost you around minimum is 190 without bills.
Okay.
A week.
All right.
And including bills, it gets up to 220 or 210 depending on how you use it.
Okay.
So if you're going to use a lot of heater, if you're going to use a lot of machines and all, then it's going to go above that.
Okay.
But yes, so minimum if you take it 190 without bills and 220 with bills
Per month or per week.
per week,
Yeah.
and into 4 it
Yeah.
gets up to a monthly.
Around about $800 to $1,000 a month.
It's just rent.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. So
So-
we're talking about in terms of the rent. Is it shared accommodation or is it your own if you are looking?
No. Own 220, I guess it was like that.
Yeah.
I would have taken tens of that.
Alright.
But nah, it's just in a shared accommodation. If you're lucky to live in 220 with just 4 or 1 people, spot on, man, go for it.
Alright.
100%.
Yeah. So I think in terms of Melbourne, it might be a little bit cheaper. For some reason, it's around 150 per week to 200 per week. Obviously, if you are sharing accommodation in a shared house, so that will be on an average around 150 to 200 minimum. But obviously, if you are living a little bit of a luxury life, you can say,
Yeah.
the expenses will rise as well. I'm sure it's the case with the Perth as well, that the prices will be higher if you choose to have a separate room
100%.
or you have a larger house in that case.
So I pay fortnightly, which is 340 without bills.
Okay.
So that's fortnightly is 15 days. So it's like 180 per week.
Yeah. Around.
170.
170.
170, sorry, my
Yeah.
math is weak. 170 per week without bills, and I've got a single room, and that's it. And I'm getting I'm lucky to have what I have right now, because in 170 you won't get all of those. Since he's a good guy, I'm using his washing machine, every basic things all.
Okay.
So kitchen, and that too he's vegetarian, which is lucky for me.
Nice.
So all basic necessities like washing machine, everything, heated water, everything. So which is a very good amount for me.
Yeah.
In Perth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you use all of that, it's gonna get up to 250
All right.
without bills, guys.
All right.
So in terms of Melbourne and Perth, I think Perth's a bit
A
expensive.
bit more expensive comparatively.
Yes.
Yeah, for students. Okay. And then do you, for accommodation itself, because there's a range of accommodations available, right?
Yep.
You can live on campus, off campus. Did you had a chance to live yourself on campus, or do you always lived in outer suburb or in other areas?
Okay, do you want me to be honest with that?
Okay.
Don't
go ahead.
don't
please.
don't go with on campus thing. It is very expensive.
Okay.
I told you 240, but it's gonna get up to 350 if you live in a
On campus.
on campus, and that too with a single room
All right.
and with shared accommodation with 50 other people.
Okay.
You won't like that.
All right.
So it's gonna get ugly there. So instead of, you can try, if you have no other option left, you can get a campus accommodation, which is good, close to your uni, which will save you money. But if you are okay to live in a hostel, then go for it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And then what about like what's the easier way to find accommodation in Perth?
No easier way. No easier way. Accommodation in Perth are higher because the prices are higher because there is less accommodation in Perth, right? So marketplace is good, but you won't have trusted people. There could be a risk. In terms of getting a student accommodation in uni, is trusted, safe, but expensive. So choose what you want.
Yeah. It's right. Yeah, I think it's popular here in Melbourne as well. I think Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace is quite popular, but you have to be very careful when you're looking at those sort of accommodation. That's why both of us usually recommend Amber student, right? In that case.
But Amber is also expensive.
It can be expensive at times, but some students, I think in Melbourne, they find some cheaper accommodation, but they sell out really fast. That's the thing.
100%.
So we have to be, if you are planning to
just be active.
Yeah, proactive.
If you get a good deal, don't think twice, just go for it. Don't miss out that opportunity. I'll get it some other week. Get it that day.
So that's the first part. So we'll move to the second point now, which is about utility bills. Now, which is electricity, water, gas, internet, and all this. How much you said it's included for you in your pricing, or you have to pay separate for it?
I pay separate. So 170 is without bills.
Okay.
If you have like a solar at your place, you'll save money.
Yeah.
If you don't have, keep $40 in your pocket every week. That's the minimum that you're gonna get there.
Okay.
Otherwise, it could go less depending on how they use, but maximum it could go as much as you want to if you keep using the heated blankets and all.
Yeah.
But minimum it is 30 to 40.
30 to 40
per
week.
week.
Yeah, that includes your all the utilities.
All.
Like
basic food, internet. Not food.
No, food is separate. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, electricity, water, gas, and internet.
Yeah, 30 to 40.
$30 to $40.
Yes.
I think it's same here in Melbourne as well. The prices, I think in the past were a little bit cheaper, but since last 2-3 years, because of this, energy crisis and cost of living crisis, the prices, you have to budget around $40 up to $50 per week just for utilities here in Melbourne as well.
It is expensive.
It has got expensive. It used to be a bit cheaper. Third category that we have on our list is food, groceries.
Damn.
Okay, let's get started about that because as a student you have to eat food.
100%. Not as a student, but as a human being you have to eat food.
Yeah, but I think in terms of student budgets, because you might budget differently when you are a student, so that's something we'll talk about. So on an average, your bills, as a food grocery bills, because let's talk about grocery bills first, because you obviously have to buy groceries for yourself. Then we talk about food bills that outside, like how much money you spend on an average. So groceries first.
Okay. If you are not a gym goer, if you don't care about your protein, if you don't care about like what you eat, it's for Indian, it could be $50 a week, including like fruits. If you go for healthy, it's gonna be expensive, right? As a gym goer, for me, I'll tell you personally, it's $100 a week.
Okay.
That too, without counting my protein drinks and all. That too, I buy like on a go from where. Yeah. That's expensive. But like for basic wheat, rice, and all that stuff, for basic needs like lentils and all, it's $50
per week.
But once you have it, all those once you have all those spices and rice, a big flour, it's gonna be a little less.
A little bit less, yeah.
So
you can for groceries around $50 per week is then
easy.
You will be.
You could save more or you could go more.
Yeah.
Depends upon
what you are eating and how how healthy you are.
If you want brown rice, of course, keep your pocket ready.
I think it's similar that in that context as well, around $40 to $50.
Yep.
Obviously, it depends on where you shop as well. If you shop 100%. At supermarkets, it's more expensive. If you shop at local stores and farmer markets, sometimes they tend to be a little bit cheaper. But definitely, I agree with Pratham on this, that if you choose to be healthier, unfortunately, it's more expensive. If you choose to eat like a little bit, or you're going to live on the breads and the butters, that's probably cheaper.
That's very cheaper.
Yeah. So,
bread and butter always on go.
Yeah. But we obviously recommend you to have healthy meals, make sure.
Guys, just more $50. Just spend more and eat good. Because after doing all that hard work, you need something good to go in your food, not just all some kind of low intensity bad foods.
Yeah, that's right. And Pratham also is a fitness coach.
Yeah.
So if you would like to sign up to his program, we'll leave a link of that in the description. Yes.
Paid partnership.
Okay, we'll talk about the money side of it afterwards. But in the description box below, feel free to check the form. We'll leave a link of that. If Pratham is taking any more clients, feel free to check it out.
Thank you so much.
No worries, you're welcome. And with outside now, eating out, right? So on an average, how much would be an eating out expense?
Okay, so I'm vegetarian. I basically get less options available out there. I just have few options. So for me, if I can't make food at home, so around one meal will cost me around $15 to $20.
Okay.
That is minimum. $15 to $20 minimum of one meal in a day.
Okay.
If I eat, like if I'm hungry a lot, I can have that 3 times or 2 times. Could be 20, 20, 40.
Yeah.
So yes, minimum it's like 15 to 20 per takeaway.
Okay, per takeaway, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I think in terms of Melbourne, you do have a bit more options than Perth for sure in terms of,
Yep.
you know, like eating out. So the range can be around $10 to $15. You can start getting a decent deals from $10 onwards. There, you know, there are a few restaurants that I've mentioned in the past, like as a cheap eats. They provide a decent meals for $10 onwards, I think, and there's some of them even $8 for students only.
$8?
Yeah, there's like I think a place called Groceries. They are run by I think ISKCON Temple, and they have these meals for $8 for students in the city. So yeah, but yeah, I think in terms of eating out, it maybe it's a little bit more expensive in Perth comparatively to Melbourne, which is around $8 to $10, $15 again. Can be $8 to $15 somewhere.
Don't include your coffee in this, please. Add $5 more to that. So could be 25 with a coffee.
Yeah, and then you can multiply how many times you eat out, and that will give you an idea, or roughly an idea on your food cost.
100%.
Okay, moving on to the next part, which is transport. You obviously have to travel from one place to the other, from your home to you know, university, to your work. You know, even have to do sightseeing and stuff. So I know you don't travel too much through the public transport, but on an average, what would be the cost for traveling for students?
So when I was like in my starting period for 6 months, I traveled in just public transport. Of course, I had no money. So for me, it was $100 a month, $80 to $100, depending upon how much I used to go to the uni. So my uni was 2 days.
Okay.
Basically, it was like in the morning 9, and then the last class was at 8. So there's 2 classes. So you can't be stupid like just go and come back home. It's gonna take more money. So you just stay, plan the whole day out, do your assignments. So it's gonna be like $100 monthly.
On an average.
Yeah. So for me, I live in suburbs, which is like 30 kilometers away from the city, from my uni. It takes $2 one way trip, 190 something like that. So 2. And if you live in lucky there in Perth, if you live like close to UWA or any uni, not any uni, I would not say that, but if you live to UWA close, it's like there's a free bus, Purple Cat.
Nice.
It's free. So there's this card, we tap and we go inside. But there's no machine in that bus only.
Okay.
So you just enter and you just press wherever you want to drop off, and that's free.
So
the whole completely city area is free.
For the University of
University, yeah. Basically anyone, that bus is free. But it's mainly for university. It goes mainly around there, all the medical centers and all that. So basically in city, it is free.
Oh, nice. That's good.
There are many buses like that. Purple Cat, any cat like that is free in Perth.
That's good. Good to know.
No
that.
money.
Yeah.
Save your money there, guys.
Yeah, so it's probably cheaper to travel in Perth comparatively, because in Melbourne the monthly ticket costs around $200 for 30 days. $198. I just checked on PTV, public transport Victoria. I mean, this is 2025 June we are talking about. Obviously, if you're watching this video next year, the prices might be different again.
Yep.
So I think there are though concessions available only for certain students who have the universities have partnership with Public Transport Victoria. They only get concession, and you have to buy I think 90-day ticket or something in order to get the concession. Otherwise, most of the students pay full fare, around, as I said, $200. The only good thing is, like in the city you mentioned, we have a free tram zone where people don't have to pay anything if you're traveling in the city area, as long as you are in that boundaries of a free tram zone. It's completely free.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Same in Perth for the buses, not the trains. There's no tram in Perth. Trains are expensive, but buses are free. Only few. Yeah. But it's very time consuming. So if you have to drop off at the nearest station, it's gonna go from that round and come back to this. You have to waste 30 minutes to get that.
I think with the public transport, that's one disadvantage, that it takes longer to reach a destination. That's why students, or most of the people who move, they tend to take cars, and then the car expense is obviously different to talk about. So you have to buy the car, petrol per week, maintenance, rego, insurance.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff for that as well. Now, in terms of next part, which is entertainment or other miscellaneous expenses that we talk about, like if you obviously have to watch a movie sometime, go and play a bowling game here and there, and always traveling a bit as well. How much do you estimate, like how much you spend, for example, per week or per month?
Okay, so for example, let's take Netflix for example. It's $20 here in Australia, I guess so.
Yeah, around
20 to $25 here.
Yeah.
$25 Netflix. I don't watch movies, so I save money there. Rest, if you wanna go to any event, if you wanna go to any club, if you wanna go do something like party and all, $50 in a club entry minimum. And then if you any events, movies tickets are cheaper for students, $18 minimum. Could be expensive, but around somewhat. If you're too outgoing, it's gonna get 200. If you're less outgoing, it's gonna get 150.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And depending upon if you want to buy some electronics and all, that's up miscellaneous. For me, it's like.
Do you actually have like a budget, like every month, like I'll spend around this much only for my entertainment expenses and clothing and
I just spend whatever comes to me.
Okay.
So basically, it goes in minus. So yeah.
That's just a student life, by the way. It's a reality of student life.
All my saving goes to my rent, guys. That's what I do here. I earn for my rent.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
I earn for my rent.
Yeah. So I think in Melbourne as well, because there's so many events and activities happening, a lot of them are free as well. It's interesting, like we have a lot of events that are free, so the students don't need to pay necessarily for every single event out there. But they are paid ticketed events that you know, like if I want to watch a match at MCG, Boxing Day match, then obviously there's like $30 ticket for that. Movies are similar, around $20, $25 per ticket, but students get concessions and you can find ways to find cheaper tickets and stuff, which we usually mention that those things on our Instagram. So please follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow him, guys. He mentioned a lot of stuff.
I've
got few deals from his Amazon list.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Please do it, guys.
Yes,
you're gonna save money.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So in terms of that, I mean, there are obviously a lot of deals that you have to. That's what we do. Try to full-time search for these deals so students can take advantage of. And if you would like to sign up, we have a link of Instagram page and Amazon, all these in the description as well. So feel free to check them out. But in terms of, again, the entertainment and other leisure activity, you can spend as much or as little as you want.
Yep.
It depends upon your personal preferences. I think, $50 to $100 per week. If you're going out and about a lot, then that's your budget should be.
Yep.
But if you're spending less, going out less, maybe $100 a month.
Yep.
But you need to do some sort of activity to keep yourself
busy,
engaged, and also it helps your mental health as well.
Yeah. Stay busy, guys.
Yeah,
you can't always spend out money. Stay busy. You'll save your time. You'll earn money, and then when it's like a leave day, spend that. Don't live like a rat. If you're earning, then just try spending it on good things. So yeah.
And maybe one more thing, which is about phones. That's the thing. Students, obviously, there's another 100%. Expense that we have to consider that as well. So, how much is your monthly or weekly budget for, or you spend on those expenses?
So my phone, this is an iPhone 15 Pro. I got this last year. This was the phone itself was around 1500. It's a 256 GB model, so it was around 1500. But with the plan, I got it from Vodafone. The plan is expensive than the phone. The plan is $50 a month.
Okay.
Which is a lot, guys. Which $50 a month is a lot.
Yeah.
You won't use that because you have Wi-Fi all over.
Exactly.
You won't use that much.
Yeah.
But it's like a plan, so I pay $125 a month. With the plan and with the phone bill.
All right.
And 6 months it's gonna end, so a plan and my phone bill is done.
That's good. $125 a month is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
126, sorry.
Okay, that's one more dollar. Yeah. In terms of me, for example, my case, obviously, I like to buy a phone outright rather than paying in installments.
Yep.
So I try to look for deals.
Yeah,
my phone costed, the 1200 phone costed $600. So I try to look for deals, as I said.
Oh.
And then I also, in terms of, I don't have a plan, so I don't buy. I've never actually got a plan in my life ever. I've been living in for 20 years in Australia, so I suggest you to get a prepaid SIM. What I do is that I'll look for a yearly, like a plan, which is for a whole prepaid plan that, like Pratham mentioned, we don't even use some of these data. I've seen my data; it's nearly finishing. I'm at the end of not the contract, but the plan. I've used like 30% of the data.
I've used 10 GBs.
Yeah.
In a month. That's maximum I have ever used. 10 GBs, man. Would I have done that? I don't know, but it's not that much, guys.
Yeah.
Don't spend money on SIM plans, especially $50 like me. No, 20 to 30 is fine. Yeah. Sweet spot.
That's right.
You don't need more than that. Otherwise, you have Wi-Fi at your workplace, at your home. That's all you need, and at your uni especially.
Yeah.
So yeah, save money there.
And I'll tell you about my as well, how much I spend. I spend around $150 for that 1 year plan. So it works out to be even cheaper.
150 for 1 year?
$150 for 1 year deal. So it's around, works out to be somewhere around, let's say, well, even cheaper than $15 or something. Around $12 to $15, somewhere in between that. So that's a good deal. You can get it.
100%.
That's my budget for a phone bill. I think that's pretty much it in terms of the expenses. We've covered most of it. Any other advice you have for the students who are coming, new students who might be coming to Perth?
You can save a lot of money if you don't eat out. Once or twice, it's okay. Otherwise, if you eat out every day, you can imagine how much you spend. And as he said, try getting the deals. You'll get many deals here. Like, it's not like 1 or 2 deals. There are many opportunities you can get for a phone like this or anything. Grab that deal on the special time. Keep following him for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You save your money.
Yeah. All right. So that's it from our side. I hope you liked the video comparison between the cost of living for international students in Melbourne and in Perth as well. So thanks, Pratham, again for your time. I appreciate that.
You know. It was nice being with you.
Yeah, likewise.
Actually, मैंने बहुत दिन बाद ये podcast ऐसा किया, intellectual बातें किया, वरना तो मैं नहीं करता भाई. But I'm not like that. But yeah, it's good.
All right. So thank you. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya guys.
Bye.
Bye.